Hey now. Hey now, what's up, y'all? Christian and Nick back here after a little bit of a hiatus because we gave you 2 episodes in a short span. So we took a little bit of a break, and it was Christian's birthday last week. So yeah, we're back. Christian, what the fuck is up?
Not much, man. I'm older since the last time we did a show. Um, been busy, but good busy. Um,
Saw
other than
Renfield.
that,
Yeah.
I saw Renfield, man. I really loved it. I had a great time. I saw Tim Capello on my birthday. That was awesome. So I don't know. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Everything's been good lately. It's
Yeah.
almost been too good. So I don't know. Trying to think of anything else. Just other stuff, the usual stuff, getting some Blu-rays in and things like that. But I don't know. How have you been?
Alive, It's just I'm here, man. I'm any day you wake up not 6 feet under is a good day, I guess. I'm excited to do this episode tonight, guys. We're doing Evil Dead 2013, the unrated version. And yes, it exists. For some of you that may not know, it's on Prime Video as well. So you can find it. On physical media and on stream on Prime. But I figured Evil Dead Rise is next week, and I was like, we should do something Evil Dead related. And I'm actually revisiting the series right now on my channel. My Army of Darkness video tanked hard, but it is what it is. Thanks YouTube's algorithm. And I was like, well, my next one will be Evil Dead 2013, which will be this weekend. So this is kind of perfect timing to just watch it right now with all of you guys. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do tonight. I don't know. I mean, do you prefer? That's probably a dumb question. I'm assuming you prefer the unrated, right?
I mean, it's one of those things where in this case, since it exists, you may as well, because obviously it's a gory film, and you may as well just get everything that they were going. But I don't think that it's like like if people are like, oh shit, well I don't stream and I only own the Blu-ray, you can still watch along. It's not that big of a deal. You'll get a few steps behind, but yeah, I mean, this is a case where, like, yeah, if it's unrated, of course I want to see the gore. 2013. So I mean, the boundaries have been pushed by that point. So quite frankly, it's a little weird that this is an unrated version, that they actually had to tame some stuff back. I find that more interesting, rather than entertaining, quite frankly.
Yeah, and it's one of those unrated versions, unlike Megan that came out. That's like literally like 5 seconds. This is 5 minutes difference. It is 5 minutes longer. There's obviously extended gore of Natalie cutting her arm off, and there's the added scene entirely of David cutting her body up with the chainsaw that wasn't in the theatrical, and then credits scene as well. So this is sometimes they'll release a director's cut or an unrated cut of a movie, obviously, as you know, and it's like, this is just a ploy for you to try to get my money. There's hardly any difference here. And then there's times like this where it's like, oh, we actually get like added scenes and extended scenes. And I don't know. So this is worth the money. If you guys haven't gotten it yet, you should definitely go out and get it. Yeah, dude, I'm pumped because the last probably 2 times I've watched this movie, I've just watched the theatrical. So I'm pumped to watch this one again. It's been a while.
Yeah, and for the people that are into the highest level of physical media, it does have a 4K, but I never picked it up. It didn't really have anything new, and quite frankly, I don't know. Unless I find it cheap, I have the Blu-ray, and that's fine. You know what I mean? So, but if you want to, if even if there's a slight bump in picture quality, Scream Factory did put the 4K out, but I don't think that they have a lick of new features on that. So just an FYI for those people that are maybe already Amazoning it as we're talking right now. But yeah, dude, I'm excited. Like I said, I went to the theater back in the day. God damn, a decade ago. Where is time going? Like it's got to stop. Like I had a mini crisis the other night, like realizing I'm 31 now. I never thought I was going to get to this point in my life. I really didn't. And
Christian was like, I'm gonna be dead by 25.
dude, I I have really good moments, and I have days where I'm grateful, and I'm like, I feel like I'm not far enough where I should be for someone my age, and apparently this is a thing a lot of people go through when they hit 30. I didn't know this until I started talking to some people that have reached that point in their life already, and they're like, "Dude, just relax. Like everybody feels this way, but look, dude, you're here. You're in the prime of your life. Enjoy it, have fun, and keep doing what you're doing." So I got to keep that in mind. But I've been having mini crises. I'm not even gonna lie to you, dude. I've had a few moments where, and you're gonna have it too. Second you hit 30,
Dude,
it's gonna
I
be
don't
like,
even
"Fuck,
I
I'm
don't
here."
even have to I don't have to hit 30. That started for me when I was like 25. You know, that whole like that's the back half of your 20s. So you're kind of like, I'm really not young anymore. I mean, I guess I am. And there's probably people listening to us right now. They're like, "How, you guys are saying you're not young." Yeah, I know, but it's just crazy because I can remember being in first grade. Like I can remember that like vividly. And now I'm like, I'll be 29 this year. Like that's
I can't wait for
really
you to hit
wild.
30 so I can call you old as fuck.
I've been getting called old as fuck ever since I hit like 21 by people because I'm like the oldest in my friend group. And well, that's not true. My buddy Phil is 2 days older than me. But yeah, I mean, it's something, man. Time's wild. Justin and I were talking about House of Thousand Corpses yesterday for the anniversary on my channel, and we were
I
both
saw that.
talking about.
I like your two-tone shirt you're wearing. It's like this motherfucker looks like an optical illusion.
Yeah, dude, that's a fucking Spider-Man shirt. But yeah, man, it was crazy because I was like, this movie is really 20 years old.
Yeah. It's
Like,
really older than that
wow.
though, right? I mean, it really is
Yeah,
older than that.
2000. Yeah, 2000 was when it was shot.
You know
So,
what I mean? Yeah. Time's a bitch, dude. But as long
but I
as my
got
heroes are still rolling, like I'm going to see Alice Cooper next month, and he's going to be 75, and he's going to move like a 25-year-old. He's going to sound like he did in 1985, and it's going to be fucking awesome. And that's going to make me feel so motivated, right? When you see people older than you still kicking ass, it's like people aren't aging anymore. Like they are, but they aren't. Like they're not stopping. They're not. They're moving. They're staying. Like Stallone is still fucking slaying at 75 years old in
Arnie,
that.
bro.
Yeah. What's that show he's doing? It's fucking amazing on Paramount Plus. It's called he's a
Um,
mafia dude that moves out of
yeah. Well, I'm just gonna Google it because I
it's
just
so good. It's so
s-
fucking good.
so what he's doing right now that you're referencing is
I love the show, but I can't think of the name of it.
Jesus Christ. You would think that just searching Sylvester Stallone would bring it up. Okay, show. Tulsa King.
It is so funny and suspenseful and good. I love it. And he's 75 and he's still fucking slaying. You know? That's what
Yeah.
keeps me motivated. Seeing people that are older than me, even 5 years older than me, that are like look the best they ever have, you know.
Yeah.
Anatomically, like physiologically, the 30s for men, I've been doing research, like, because I've been so hyper focused on my age now. Body wise, like if I wanted to get in the best shape of my life, right now is the time to do it. Like right now, my body is primed to be pushed to its hardest limit. So I'm trying to run longer. I'm trying to eat better. I'm considering weaning off of some meats and replacing some with vegetarian style stuff. Like I'm considering replacing chicken with like vegetarian chicken, like that. No, like they have the stuff at the frozen food section. I've tried it. It's not bad, but the problem is the longevity of it, right? Because some of these substitutes, they're not bad, but to consistently stick with it, that's the kicker. Because I've tried it before. Those vegetarian burgers, they've got those bean burgers. They're not bad, but to consistently stick with it, that's the trouble, right? Because they don't taste bad, but after a while, you get burnt out on them.
Oh
That's my
yeah,
problem.
I couldn't do it long term, and I'm too much of a sucker for a nice steak. So
Ditto. Oh, dude, that I don't know if I'll ever be able to give up steak, but
yeah,
some meats, right? I don't know. It's something I'm considering. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
where
No,
I'm at,
I
man.
mean, yeah, 30s for men. That's our. I mean, honestly, men, we can pull off gray hair. Like we do have some advantages.
Oh,
We
I'm
really
already
do.
there, dude. I color my hair. I will flat out admit it. I get grays all up in the front of my head. I
I
will
still
flat
have
up
yet.
admit it.
I still have yet to get one.
You can
So
fix gray. You can't fix baldness. That's my second biggest fear. I will get fucking plugs, dude. Unless I'm like 50, I'm not losing my fucking hair. I refuse to lose my hair. That's the only thing I've got is my hair.
well,
That's it.
it doesn't run in my baldness does not run in my family at all. So my grandpa's 85 and still has like a full head of hair. So
Fuck
I'm gonna
yeah.
be all right. So yeah, but
That's my
yeah, guys. I
doozy for
mean,
the day, guys. I'm sorry.
yeah, there you go.
Gotta get that off my chest.
So as you guys know, as we do these things, like we watch, but we talk about anything and everything during. We'll comment on the movie a little bit here and there, and when we wrap it up, we'll just talk about what we think about the movie, and then obviously look ahead to Evil Dead Rise next week, a week from tonight. I will probably just be getting out of the theater because my show time's at 7:30. So I'm excited for it. But I don't know, man. If you're ready, I'm ready.
I am. Where are you at?
I'm at 6 seconds. You're starting like the Columbia logo is starting to come up.
Okay, give me just a second. I'm getting there. This apple's delicious. Trying to eat more fruit, dude.
Somebody did call clip that out. I saw you talking about you getting it up. Yep, I knew it. I knew somebody would.
What happened?
Remember one of the most recent episodes where you were talking about getting something up, and someone clipped it.
Oh, somebody sent that to me.
Yeah,
I think I know.
yeah,
I think I know who it was. I think that was that Chris guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Chris.
Son of a bitch. All right. Yep.
No, it might not have been Chris. I don't know. Whoever did, we know you're a listener. It was funny. I mean, I'm glad that you clipped that. I was hoping somebody would.
I think I'm good to go. If you want to count us down.
All right, man. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. And as the kids would say, this movie fucks.
It does. I know a few people that TriStar, right? That's the logo you're at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I know people that don't even like the franchise at all, but they like this movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean?
I feel like this is more accessible to your casual horror movie goer, like Army of Darkness and Evil Dead 2, especially with the, a lot of the comedy and stuff isn't as easy for some people to get into. And then the original Evil Dead, kind of to some doesn't age super well. I dig it for what it is, but I think this is the most accessible. I do.
Man, I remember just going into the theater, pissed off as all hell. I was like, I have no interest in seeing a non-Bruce Campbell Evil Dead movie. But now, because of how good this movie was, I think the beauty is the title has now gotten bigger than Bruce Campbell. It's gotten bigger than his character, which is such a good position to be in, right? Because then the title brings the people, not necessarily.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right. I was watching Little Dickie's show, Dave, earlier, and I hadn't turned my my TV down. By the way, Dave on Hulu, great show. I've liked it since season 1. It's fucking hilarious.
Did you see Hulu said that they're only going to upcharge me $1 now with this Max bullshit, whatever they're pulling off? Did you know? Because it's turning into Max, and it's $20 for no commercials. It's like $14 for limited commercials, and like just full commercials you can pay $9.99 a month. I think those are close to the estimations
19
price.
It's $19.99 for 4K.
I mean, I have, and I was wondering, I was like, how all the people that have memberships through HBO, through other services, or what do you call it, packages, how is this going to work? And then Hulu announced on us that they're going to just, our difference starting next month is going to be $1 more. So I guess I'm not going to bitch too much, because the truth is I like HBO a lot. I use it once a week for myself. My wife uses it more, so I'd hate to lose it. But what is Max? Who bought HBO? What is that?
It's just Discovery and Warner Brothers merging into one. And also, they had been talking about for about a year changing HBO Max's name, because they just felt like internally, I guess, they felt like having the HBO in front of it was deterring people from it, I guess. I don't know why they thought that, but so they wanted to change the name anyway. So they just Warner Brothers and Discovery just merged into one.
See, to me, that's like so weird because HBO signifies, in my opinion, quality, legacy. Like, why would you ever want to lose the three letters HBO? That's totally. If I was in that room with these people, I'd say, "Are you guys idiots? What are
I
you
know.
talking about?"
I
HBO
know.
is a standard. It's been around for the longest time. It's the most paid for, plush channel in history. Like Showtime was always like second runner to HBO. Like HBO was always number one. It makes no sense to me.
Shit is still too loud. Goddamn.
He's pouring piss on her. That's piss.
Oh, fucking hell.
He's pouring piss on
No,
her.
I mean, I agree. Oh shit. My headphones came out. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't understand why. I think the branding of HBO gives it validity. I think just Max, people are like, the fuck is Max?
Yeah.
I saw a hilarious tweet today, though, that someone was like, they like quote tweeted the news and they were like, hopefully Peacock doesn't get any ideas from this. And I was like, oh, that's hilarious. They just changed their name to Peacock.
Oh, man.
Dude, I remember when I first saw this movie, I was like, the whole time before you see the full Deadite turn, I was like, is he like wrong here? Like, what's going on with this chick? Like, I'm uncomfortable. Like, are they gonna like just kill this chick? And then she does the turn, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, I feel like I knew that was coming, but for people that were just checking the movie out that never saw the movies, it was probably a shock. Like, what the fuck is going on? But I felt like I remember being pretty looking at Sydney. I was like, oh, you know what's about to happen. Like right before the camera's gonna get a little crazy, and it actually did. The shaky cam and all that. But it's
I
not
just love how the
that it's a
movie
problem that I saw it coming. That's Evil Dead. So
and the movie announces itself like right away. Like you kind of know what you're getting. Like you don't. I think that's a trademark with a lot of the Evil Dead movies, and from what I've heard, Evil Dead Rise is similar. Like it's gonna announce itself pretty quickly. Like this is what you're in for. So, and I'm cool with that, man. Like fuck yeah. Like give me and dude, I always feel like this movie is longer than it actually is, and then I see the runtime, and I'm like, well, it's only like 90 minutes. Like damn.
I love it.
Like
Yeah.
it's just it moves at a really fast pace and it's just oh god, I dig it so much. Oh, did you see what Bruce Campbell said the other day? He got asked about his tweet of Sam Raimi telling him to get in shape and everything. He got asked about that and he was like, well, it was an April Fool's joke, blah blah blah. He was like, unless this movie does well. And he was like, if this new movie does well, then I'm sure we'll have discussions down the line. But if this movie doesn't do well, there's going to be no discussions. And then he went further to say, I like to believe that Ash, Mia, and the new lead for the new movie, that they all exist in the same universe. And it'd be cool for them to eventually all cross paths somehow. So as much as Bruce for years has said he's done, he said that before Ash versus Evil Dead also. I don't think he's actually done. If Evil Dead Rise does well, I think it will. I'm hoping it will. I do think there's going to be an appetite there to be like, all right, how can we merge these things together? I mean, dude, that'd be so sick. If Evil Dead Rise is a banger, you got the original trilogy that's a banger, in 2013 that's a banger, and they're like, now let's put all three together. Like it would just make it so much more cohesive too. Like dude, I need it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't foresee the movie not being successful by any stretch, but even with him saying that, that'd be something I'd have to, unless I finally see a legitimate trailer for it, I'd never place a bet on that.
No, but I will say that everybody involved, the only reason that I say that I'd never rule it out is because everybody involved seems interested in that. The only person that doesn't seem interested in that, at least up until recently, was Jane Levy, Mia. But she was premiere for Evil Dead Rise, taking pictures with the new leads and everything like that. And obviously, she shared Bruce's photo on Twitter that when he posted that picture of him and photoshopped her into it. Like, so I don't know if she's like maybe coming. I feel like there might be discussions like preliminaries about like feeling it out. Like, hey, because Warner Bros. I mean, dude, let's be honest. They're really looking for, I don't know if they're looking, but they should be looking for something in the horror realm just aside from The Conjuring, because that's all they really care about right now is The Conjuring.
Well, I can think of something.
I know. I know. But from what I've heard, that's tangled up in rights issues internationally. So who knows when Freddy's coming back.
I can't believe this movie's 10 years old. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's bullshit. The thing about the lead actress, though, man, I remember just her facial expressions in this movie would freak me the fuck out. When she'd open her eyes real wide. Oh, God. It creeped me out.
And this movie kept one of the most important things about Evil Dead, for me at least, in it, which is the quotability. There's just so many like awesome quotes in this movie. And most of it's Deadite shit, which is like the best stuff. And some of it's just really fucking nasty. So, yeah, man. I am all about this movie. Every single time I watch this movie. This movie kicks so much ass.
The only thing about the new one, I say I'm worried about it. I'm not worried about it. You know, it's not like I'm gonna go in there and cry or anything about it. But like the idea of children in it, it's like I understand it. Like if you just did the same thing and made another remakes type movie with a new story, that's one thing. But I feel like there's no risk anymore. Obviously, this one's big risk was, hey, we're going to introduce new people. This is not going to be a Bruce Campbell movie. And I feel like having kids in it is like that big play, and I respect it, but I worry, like, okay, does that hinder any sort of intensity that the movie's going to have? Obviously, the few people that have seen it already that I know have said I don't worry about it, but it's like, wow, really? So that's going to be interesting, seeing a movie with kids, an Evil Dead movie with kids in it. You know,
I think at face value though it does up the ante. I do. Now that's all dependent on how it comes across on screen. But like when you involve kids in a situation like that, it's supposed to up the ante there. Like it's supposed to be like, oh shit, now kids could, be murdered and stuff. Like, because we as humans obviously are not supposed to be cool with that. Like, so yeah, it ups the ante. So, but if the acting is bad or whatever, well then yeah, it kind of takes you out of it. So I mean, we'll see.
I mean, these goddamn kids can act their ass off nowadays, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
It's not
they're
Alex
like,
Vincent from Child's Play.
they're so good. These kids, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because they're all getting more. Maybe they're getting more mature for their ages, or they're just smarter. I don't know what it is, but they can act. It's crazy.
I think it has something to do with the parents too. I think the parents, like when they see something like that in their kid, or that's what their kid wants to do, I think these parents are definitely, putting in work behind the scenes with their kids, because they want their kids to pay the bills.
Yeah, when you look back, like Macaulay Culkin's story is tragic, and some of these kids that were really talented as kids, they literally ate, slept, and breathed acting, and they had horrible childhoods. Feldman and Haim and McCulkin. So it's like maybe kids nowadays don't have to literally throw away their entire childhood to be good actors anymore. I'd like to hope that's the case anyway.
Yeah.
I read Corey Feldman's book. His childhood is disturbing. The stuff his mom was doing to him and stuff. So it's just sad. And they have no childhood. Zero childhood. They'd let him. They'd make him film. They to break the rule about kids acting past a certain length. You got to get school done in a certain time. They would load him up on like for one day of the week and make him do like 5 days worth of school in a day. And so he'd work his ass off as a kid, hours upon hours, the rest of the week on these movies. It's like a 10-year-old kid working overtime. It's just nuts the shit they were doing to these kids.
Yeah, these parents wanting their kids to pay the bills. basically.
And yeah, Macaulay don't even talk to his dad. He disowned his father because once Macaulay tried to, I think it's the words emancipate, where they try to legally
Yep.
adult themselves. Uh, he ripped. He just like he sucked out all the money out of certain bank accounts, and he literally stopped talking to Macaulay. So Macaulay, he doesn't even refer to him as his dad. Hasn't talked to him in years. It's crazy the shit these kids went through. I'm surprised that they're alive. You know.
Yeah.
Macaulay's doing good though. He married that girl from Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, the Asian broad, really pretty woman. They
Yeah.
got two
Brenda
kids.
Song.
Brenda Song, yeah, they got two kids now. He's doing good. It's just so good to see him come out the other side now and be, in a good place.
There it is. Yeah. Yeah. Macaulay's story and even his like early adulthood with his struggles and stuff, that that sucks. That really does suck. And you're kind of at a disadvantage because you dealing with the fallout of all that, not really having anybody in your corner because everybody just sees you as an actor. You know what I mean? So, and you're busy a lot. You don't have a normal childhood, so you probably don't have very many friends or real friendships. And usually, bridges get burned with family and stuff too. And then when you struggle with that stuff, you don't really have anybody to turn to. That's when you kind of dabble in drugs and alcohol and stuff. And yeah, it just
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah. What was I gonna say too? I just Sydney was telling me today that Drake Bell was just found after being reported missing for like a few days, like completely
Yeah,
missing.
yeah.
And it's
He's
great.
he's on a bad path too.
It's crazy how that story turned out, right? I mean, one of my favorite podcasts ever. It's called Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum. He's an actor. He was in a lot of stuff. I know he was in Urban Legend, and he was a big actor in that show Smallville, right?
Mhm.
He had Josh Peck on his show, and he was talking about like filming with Drake and Josh and all that, and how they were never really close, but Drake went out of his like they really were never friends, according to Josh. But like when when he was getting married, like Drake always in the media and on social media really wanted to portray it like he was Mr. Good Guy, all this, and he's saying Josh didn't even invite me to his wedding. Fine, guess we're not friends anymore, and stirring up everybody on the internet, right? Stirring all these people up, and then come to find out, Drake Bell is messing with these underage girls, grooming them and stuff, And then we all saw him on YouTube when he had the court hearing during COVID. He pled guilty to. I don't know if he physically did anything with the girl, but he was clearly messing around with these broads that are underage. And then he had a podcast a while back where he was like kind of defending himself over the whole thing. And then the some bitch goes missing for like 4 days. I don't know what the hell is going on with you, Drake?
Yeah, I don't know, man. And it's shitty too because when I was younger, I really liked Drake and Josh, and for years they talked about a reboot, and then it was even like in kind of like early like it was in talks and everything. And I remember they posted something on social media together to like hype it up, and like people were like, "Oh shit, like it actually might be coming." And then Drake, just on his self-destructive path, made sure that never happened.
Yeah, I mean, and then Josh was going to be the big executive producer on that, and then he had ideas where the way he wanted the show to go, and Drake wasn't really thrilled with some of them, and then all that shit went down. Him getting called out by these girls and stuff,
Well,
and
Drake's it's been, I mean, well documented now that he's like a control freak, so it's just kind of like, yeah.
let me ask you this though, honestly, does he have a redemption arc? Can he come out of all of this shit? And if he can, how? Right? Like I'm all for second chances with people, but how is he going to prove to people he's not doing this crap anymore? He's treating people right. He's being fair. He's not stirring shit on social media. How does he come back from all this crap he's been doing?
I don't think that Drake has to redeem himself in the public eye. I don't think that that's the way he should look at it. I think he needs to redeem himself for himself. Like I think that he needs to just be on the straight and narrow, and live his best life the best way he can in the most appropriate way he can, and do it for himself. Because I feel like after something like this happens, you're never ever going to reestablish yourself in the public eye again. But that shouldn't be a deterrent. I mean, he's done enough in his life where he's going to make money until he dies. Like he's going to be fine financially no matter what. He doesn't need to do any more work in film and TV, but he should just focus on it for himself.
Well, I don't know if I don't know, man. I don't think these guys are as rich as you think they are.
No, I don't think he's like a multi-millionaire or anything, but I just think in the things that he's done that were pretty big years ago, I think that he's always going to get some kind of royalties or enough to where he's not a lower class citizen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he has a big. This is what blew me away. Josh said on that podcast, nothing on Nickelodeon. There's no residuals, 0. And at the highest, they were making around 30 to 40 grand at the latest 20, 25 episodes of Drake and Josh. But they don't get a dime from anything that they did on Nickelodeon post. They don't get a dime. But Drake, it's crazy.
Drake did movies, and he had a music career too.
Well, he's got a big that's what blew me away. He can't break it, and he can't break in America, but he has a massive Mexico fan base.
Yep.
And he tours big theaters and stuff when he goes to Mexico.
So his net worth is, as of today, actually, about $600,000. So, like I said, enough to where like he's not a lower class citizen. But he's just never going to get back into the public eye like he ever once was, and he probably shouldn't. I mean, I remember when the accusations came out about Danny Masterson. And I was really bummed about that. And they wrote him out of the ranch. And
such a good show, by the way.
It's a great show. And that 70s show is my favorite show of all time. So like it's a bummer. But I remember when it first came out, I was like, this was like 15 years ago, and this is just coming up now. Like, I don't know. It smells kind of like bullshit. But you always need to give it time to find out the truth. Like, you don't want to make an assessment one way or the other. And so I was like, we'll see what happens. And now he's literally on trial facing rape charges, which means there's evidence that happened. And it's shitty.
Do we know how I'm assuming he pled innocent, though, right?
He pled, yeah. He pled not guilty, and there was a hung jury. Yeah, there was a hung jury, so they're starting a new trial. And it's just a bummer, man. It's just a bummer because like you. And it's like, I was never a Cosby fan, but it's like Cosby, like he'll never, ever, ever be revered in the public eye again. And I don't think with certain things, I don't think he ever should be. I don't think it means that you need to be murdered and buried in the ground and never have a chance to live a better life. But I don't think you should ever reach the heights you were ever at again if you do stuff like that. I really don't. I really don't.
Now, the big question, and a lot of people don't like to talk about this. Can you still enjoy watching the Cosby Show? Does it affect you being able to enjoy a show that you loved watching as a kid?
I was never a Cosby Show fan. So, but
pretend you were.
That 70s show. Well, I mean, just based off of personal experience, that 70s show, for example, or The Ranch, yeah, I can still enjoy it. I can, because it's an actor playing a role. That's not the person. It's not real life. And at the time, nobody knew about these things. So I'm not going to have some revisionist history and go back and go, well, now I just can't enjoy this. No, that's not. Yeah, no.
It's tough, man. And I'm like that too. It's like if I enjoy something that people involved have done bad things, it's like, why do most people don't give a fuck, but there's a few people, and not that I ever would, but it's just like, man, I really want to say, do you really think I'm condoning bad behavior because I can sit back and watch the Cosby Show, and I love the Huxtable family, and I think it's an endearing show, and I just like watching it. Like, how does that make me a bad person? Does it? And sometimes I got to convince myself about this kind of stuff. And that's just how I feel. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. But like, if I
Do not draw false equivalencies to somebody that does. That's the
right,
fucking problem, and that's
right,
it. And it's really annoying. It's like you'll see people, and you saw it last year. We saw it on social media when Jeepers Creepers Reborn was coming out. And people are like, just a reminder, don't support Jeepers Creepers because blah 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 blah. Man, shut the fuck up. Like
yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thousands of people made that first movie, and I don't like that movie because of the director. No, I like that movie because of the creeper, because of Justin Long, Gina Phillips. Like that's why I like that movie. And they shouldn't all have to suffer because one person involved was a piece of shit. And just because me as someone that can detach the art from the artist sometimes can watch it and just enjoy it for what it is and not think about the real world ramifications of the one person behind it, and like that doesn't say anything about me or say anything about you. I hate when people do that. Like both things can be true. You can say, man, that guy's a piece of shit, but I did really enjoy this thing he was involved in years ago. You know what I mean? Like both can be true.
yeah.
So I don't know.
I think we've talked about this. We obviously did a whole episode on Jeepers Creepers discussing that, but I just think it's good to bring up because it's not it's like something people are scared to talk about, and I don't think there's a right or wrong with it. You know what I mean? I just don't but I specifically don't think there's a wrong with somebody wanting like for instance, The Pianist is coming out on 4K. I'm not a Roman Polanski fan. I think a lot of his movies are just plain boring. But The Pianist is a masterpiece. That's one of I think that's such a good movie. It's coming out on 4K. I may buy it. I don't know. Maybe I'll just watch it and I'll be good for a few years and I won't need to watch it again. But I was on Twitter and there was a bunch of people like, fuck Polanski. I'm not going to support him, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but there's a lot of people involved in that movie that did some amazing work. It's the same thing with Creepers, right? Like some of those people just did some amazing performances in this. And I don't want to, like, you can't, you know, what's that expression? I don't know what the expression is, but like you said, you know, they're great actors in that movie. I forgot the name of the lead actor. He's so good in everything he's done. He's one of the most talented actors I've ever seen. You know who I'm talking about if you've seen the movie. He was the special needs brother in The Village. He was the lead in Splice, that disgusting ass movie about the Mewtwo. That guy. I
Yeah,
forget his name.
Adrian
He's
Brody.
he's so fucking talented. Oh my god, that's in hell.
Mhm.
That is one of the best actors I've ever seen. So, you know,
He's in Predators.
he is in Predators. He's great. I
Mhm.
love him. That's one of my favorite actors. Forget his name,
Yeah.
but he's so good. I love him in King Kong 2005.
Mhm.
I love him. He's a great actor. So,
Yeah, no, I mean, we could go on a whole rant about it, but yeah, I like what you like, and it is it's absolutely possible to say I love that 70s show. I also think Danny Masterson's kind of a piece of shit, and I hope that if he did what he did, he gets charged and goes to jail
right,
because that's just how we should feel that way about anybody and everybody, whether they're celebrities or not.
right.
If you break a law, go to jail.
And
Like,
that's America. You get charged with a crime, defend yourself, and that go through the process. Go through
yeah,
the jury process. Go to court. That's how we deal with stuff in America. No matter how evil
yeah,
you are, we put terrorists through court. We put the Boston bomber in court. That's America, and that's the
yep.
process we have. So
So I wanted to know, I want to know, and it was in the marketing. We're about to get it, but it was in the marketing, and it was kind of teased on the poster and everything like that. Uh, I remember there was a lot of discourse online when this movie came out about, and I wouldn't say recreating because it's definitely a lot more mild in this movie, but the kind of like tree rape scene. And because Sam Raimi has said that that's his one regret with the original movie, and that if he did the movie again, he wouldn't have it in there. And I know that there was a disagreement on this movie about it, about including it in the movie. And I believe, correct me if I believe Sam Raimi was actually a proponent of it with this movie, telling Fede Alvarez, "You got to have it. Like you got to have it. It's Evil Dead. It's a reboot. Like you got to have it." But I don't know, man. Still, even though it is a little more tame than the last one, not as elongated and in your face, still a fucked up visual.
I love it. I mean, look, it's cinema. I don't think
Yeah.
there should be any rules. I
No,
just
I just
don't.
mean I don't know how that comes about. You know what I mean? Like, and then she's gonna get penetrated by a tree. Like, it's like, oh
Well,
shit.
yeah, it's like nature. It's it's painful to look at, and you have to provide the really dark image of what you don't see obviously in your head, and it's oh god again. And if they would make this movie like extremely X-rated, like Terrifier or whatever, the first one, and show the cutting of all that, it probably wouldn't be as brutal because then you would see the makeup effects for it or the CGI, but the fact that you don't see the act really, that's what makes it even worse.
Yeah.
See, right now, like the
Yeah.
slime, that's what makes it even worse. Oh god, but this is the horror genre, man.
You see how long that thing was?
Yeah, it should be coming out of her mouth by now. Like I like to press those buttons every now and again.
Oh
To
yeah,
me,
I don't get offended by seeing that stuff in film. I think it is what it is. It's film. It's not real. I understand some people that do, and they're totally justified in that. But like, I when I rewatching the original The Evil Dead last week, I was surprised. I didn't remember how like elongated that sequence actually was. I was like, oh
right?
god, like this is actually this is pretty in your face.
The Evil Dead is one of the first Evil Dead. When you look at opening films and I guess franchises, for instance, Evil Dead is arguably up there with some of the best. That first one, I love it. I don't
Oh
like
yeah,
Ash's character as much. It's very obviously it's very not basic is the word, but it isn't where I liked it where it went yet. He's a lot more straight and narrow as a character, but it's actually a pretty fucking scary movie, and
they
the
didn't know
visuals.
what they had with Bruce yet. They really didn't, and they figured it out in Evil Dead 2, and they were like, oh, okay, this is our guy. But yeah, dude, I still think too that all the stop motion in Evil Dead 2 is just fucking awesome, and that
Uh,
stuff ages wonderfully.
Especially when you make stuff nightmarish, right? When the girl's doing the dance in the
Hmm.
distance out in the woods, something about that stop motion is just like nightmarish. Okay, right here for the people watching with us, this fucking terrifies me. This girl's face, it fucks me up. Imagine you just see that in the corner of your room, just her looking like that. Oh my god, it creeps me the fuck out, dude.
Dude,
She
not
is an
just that,
actress. She is one hell of an
not
actress.
just that. I'm not able to see Jane Levy as anything but like evil Mia anymore. Like I see her and stuff. I was telling you how I'm watching the Little Dicky show Dave season 3. She's in it. She plays as one of his childhood best friends. She was in episode 2. She comes in on screen in episode 2, and I'm like, what? That's Jane Levy? What the fuck? And like I
Oh,
can't
nice.
unsee as Mia. Just can't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She is undeniably good in this film. I don't think anybody can say, "Oh, this, that, or the other." Didn't like it. No Bruce Campbell. It's like she's so good. She makes you forget about Bruce Campbell. She makes you just, oh god,
That
she's
yeah,
clearly
no,
the
no. Then
star of this.
not only did she become the new lead like in this movie and everything like that, but like she not only held her own, but it was like I want to see more of her. Like I feel like she's up there with Ash. Like
Yeah.
seriously, like this was a tall task, man. Oh, this is great. I love
Yep.
it.
I kind of respect her for not wanting to
um,
come back though. She's like, I got it all out. I got what I needed to do out of that.
well,
I can respect
it
that.
wasn't even yeah, but it was more about like the shoot. It just put her through the ringer, and she was like, I just don't want to do films like that anymore where I have to be covered in fake blood head to toe wearing nothing but a dress at 3 a.m. and it's 30 degrees outside. Like she just doesn't want to do that stuff anymore.
Mm, I can't argue with that either.
Yeah. This motherfucker though, Christian,
It's his
this
fault.
dude,
It's his
yeah,
fucking fault.
he finds a book, barbed wired shut, bound in flesh, and
Let me
reads,
cut it
"Do
open.
not say it." Yeah, do not say this out loud. And he's like, "Let me say it out loud."
Yeah, I mean, nope. Who by themselves talks out loud anyway? Like if I'm by myself, if I'm reading or whatever, or if I'm just, I don't. I could go all day without literally saying a word if no one's around me. So the fact that this bastard not only reads it, opens it, but actually says the shit out loud with no one around, you're a bitch.
You cursed everyone. You literally cursed the entire cabin because oh man. And I get it. It's the movie's mulligan. You have to give a movie a mulligan. You give them a give me. You give me. All right, this is your premise. I'll give you that. And there's got to be a way to get the demons into the picture. So how do we do it? The skeptic finds the book and reads it aloud. Okay, that's your premise. I'm rolling with it. Having said that, though, fuck you, man. Like,
Yeah.
Eric, you're a dick.
What the fuck is she doing down there?
No, that's Grandpa,
Oh, Grandpa.
the dog. He dead. DED.
Oh my god, this shit fucks me up. I could smell that woodsy outdoors air.
You know, the fucked up thing about this too, though, Christian, is like, and not fucked up, but like interesting thing about this movie is there's certain things like this where you don't know what happened. After
Oh.
he got possessed, did she kill the dog? Or did the Deadite force kill the dog? Who knows? But there's that ambiguity throughout this movie at some points where you're like, did she do this? Like, yeah, probably. But like, you know, that force is a thing, and we see that, but that's just him in his mind. Like, this is probably what happened,
I
but we
think
don't
she
know
killed the
that.
dog.
But yeah, yes, and I think we're led to believe that. But throughout all these movies, they've always done this thing with the Evil Dead movies where they show that force as like a character in and of itself, and they do that a lot with the. And so it's like when it's every time it's chased Ash and he's running away from it and it's almost there and it's right there, but you never see it. And it's like, is there actually anything physically there? Like,
God damn, how hot is
also,
this water
goddamn,
getting?
man.
Oh
I
shit,
was
it's
going
gonna
to
be
say,
burning skin.
I was in the shower earlier and I was washing conditioner out and I was like, like it's not hot enough. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. And I did. And I didn't realize how hot I
Scorching.
turned it up. And I was like, oh, goddamn. Yeah. One of those things that makes you arch your back and you're just kind of like, ugh.
Oh, Jesus.
God.
This is painful to look at. Oh my god. What other movies came out in 2013? I'm trying to see what I would say is the best movie of this year, just from what I can remember. It's have to be in the running.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say it was the best of 2013, but let's look at some horror movies that came out.
The Conjuring came out in 2013.
Did it really? It
Yeah, The
did.
Conjuring.
Oh man, honestly, I'd probably go with The Conjuring.
Do you really think I gotta ask, like, and I'm not trying to sound condescending. I swear to God, I'm really not. Do you really think that movie's like scary still? Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like movies like that are only truly scary the first time you see them.
Right.
But I do think that it is still unsettling. Like, I do think, like, nothing will compare to when I saw that opening night in the theater and just the hide and clap, how much that freaked me the fuck out the first time I saw it, or Bathsheba on top of the fucking armoire and jumps on top of the little girl. Like, all those things that scare the shit out of you the first time you see that movie. Of course, it'll never happen again because I know it's coming, but it's still creepy. Like, it is still creepy. And I think that is just because James Wan can tell a ghost story like nobody's business. Like, he can just, that's why The Conjuring 3, I'm going to tell you something. I liked The Conjuring 3. I tried to watch it again the other day. I fell asleep. I did. I fell asleep. And because it's just not as kinetic and spooky and foreboding as the first two, because it's not James Wan. Like,
it's funny you say that. I rewatched it literally a few days ago myself. Me and Sydney watched Sinister, and I love that fucking movie so much.
yeah,
And the second one, I love both of them. I think I like the second one a little bit more, but the first
so
one
do I.
is so goddamn good. But we tried to watch Conjuring 3, and everything plays off hokey as fuck to me now. the kid yelling in the beginning with all the bending, the shot of the guy trying to look like the poster of The Exorcist. I I I just like, oh god. And the sad thing is I actually think the story is my
Is the
favorite.
best of the
The
3.
actual
Yes.
story is
Mhm.
fantastic with anything
And
possession.
it's Patrick and Vera's best performances too. Ed and Lorraine carry that movie. Like, they're awesome in that
They're
movie.
good. Yeah, they're good, and I just feel like it's computer generated as opposed
It's
to
yeah.
James Wan and,
Mhm.
um, no disrespect to the director, I mean, it's just not good enough. I'm sorry, if you're gonna put The Conjuring on the title, I expect, the nuance that James Wan brings to his movies, and, I didn't get any of that, and so it's just to me, it's not a bad film by any stretch of the imagination, but for The Conjuring, it's not good enough, you know?
No. No,
Uh,
it's the weakest of the 3, but it has the best story, and I think it has the best performances by the 2 leads, but aside from that, it's just not scary in the slightest. It did not scare me one time in the theater, whereas
I
the
really
first
yeah.
2, the first 2 both had moments that scared me in the theater. The third one, not one thing was scary, and it's just because the director, Michael Chavez, he's just not James Wan. Like, he's the type, you want a mainstream, kind of formulaic Hollywood horror movie? Yeah, sure, he can do it. But yeah, the nuance isn't there. It's just he just doesn't have it. And so when it comes to telling a spooky ghost story, and not everybody does, but James Wan does, and that bastard needs to stop doing big budget action movies and go back to horror because I miss him.
Yeah. He's good, man. I revisited Dead Silence a while back, and I had a good time with that. The only thing, like, I'm so glad we're out of the era of making all those movies look muted and
Oh yeah,
like it's that 4K. The movie doesn't look digital at all anymore. It's a good 4K, but the movie is shot so muted, it's damn near black and white. I'm just like, oh god, this looks so fucking bad.
yeah.
I'm glad we're out of that phase with him, obviously, and
Well,
I don't know.
Saw is that way too. Saw's very muted.
Well, yeah, and then the traps all have those Halloween colors in the background, and
Mhm.
but that kind of set the trend, so I can give a little leeway to that, but I'm I'm so glad he's out of that era for sure. Like now his movies just got good color timing, and it's like he got it out of his system to like make his movies look a certain way to be identifiable. Like it's like, okay, let me cut the crap and just make this movie, you know. So that stuff is gone, which is nice. So
One thing I was thinking about the other day, I was shocked. I was like, "Wow, this really is the case." Did you know that we're 3 months away from a new Insidious movie? An Insidious movie that's bringing back the original cast, and we don't even have a trailer? I was shocked by that. I was like, "Holy shit, we really don't have one yet."
yeah, I saw something on the internet, and I didn't even take it at face value because of what you're just saying. So I was just like, okay. So why did I think there was a lot? Wait, which number Insidious is this?
This will be 5.
Okay, okay. I don't know why I thought there was like 6 of them. There's Insidious 1, 2,
3
3, and
and
then The
then the
Last
last.
Key.
Yep.
Dude, The Last Key is like low key, possibly my favorite one. I love The
Fir
Last Key.
First of all, this bitch is really dehydrated because that pee was dark
Yellow.
yellow. Um, Second,
Did they
yeah,
CGI that, or did they just tell her to piss?
well,
It's cheaper to just tell her to piss.
well, there's actually very little CGI in this movie. They pride themselves on that. But
We need you to piss.
yeah, no, yeah, just go ahead and piss. But no, yeah, the last key is awesome. I love the fucking like keyhole demon.
Oh,
Dude,
dude,
so cool, so cool.
this shit's killer. Yeah, I don't think anybody's seen The Last Key but you and me though. Like, I think people were checked
Christian,
out by that point.
Christian, it's I believe the highest grossing Insidious movie.
Really?
I'm gonna look it up right now, but I am pretty sure it came out in 2018, $168 million.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the first one in theaters, man. I thought it was fucking awesome.
Oh, it actually has a title now, by the way, the second one. It is Insidious: The Red Door.
The new
Bring
one, you mean?
Yep, The Red Door, bringing us back to
The first movie, right?
yep, I would assume Darth Maul's meth head cousin's going to be back.
Dude, I love and like this. I'm sorry, this is not scary. I just think it's fucking hysterical. They got like this Lost Boys looking long haired guy in a leather vest to be the guy poking around the front of the house
Dude.
in the first Insidious. And then when he's fighting him in the, I'm like, I'm just waiting for Cry Little Sister to start playing. That dude is not fucking scary at all. I don't know what the fuck
Dude.
they were thinking in that
Oh
movie.
no, fuck you, man. The first time I saw that movie, he creeped me the fuck out.
Dude,
Like
he looks like he should be fucking riding a motorcycle and just like eating Chinese food.
yes, no, he does, but he still creeped me out for some reason. He's just like pacing on the balcony, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, oh yeah. By the way, Eric really gets it in this movie. He takes so much
deserves it.
brutality, and he deserves it. Yeah.
Stupid idiot.
Some of the here's the thing I love about this movie too when it comes to the violence. That shit hurts. Like when he just threw her off of him and she hit her fucking head and broke the toilet, that thud, like the sound design, the way it's shot. Oh yeah. This shit's painful. It's painful.
Oh, dude, that porcelain does not give either.
No.
Oh,
No.
Jesus. I'll never forget. I just moved into my house, and it was literally like the second or third night we moved in. I slipped getting out of the tub, and I literally hit my forehead on the toilet seat, and I was in fucking dire pain for like 3 hours. It hurt so bad. So if you can imagine getting whacked over the head with that thick ass toilet. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. How long is that thing? Oh, man, let him die. Fuck him at this point. You know, he's a son of a bitch.
Ooh. Yeah, I'd be like, my whole thing would be like, yeah, this sucks and everything, but dude, why the fuck did you read it out loud? Like maybe you deserve this.
I'd be so realistic to this guy. I would be looking at him. I was like, hey, man, honestly, like,
You're fucked.
I'd be like, is there anything you want me to tell your family, kind of last word kind of thing? Just let me know. I'll write it down. I'll send a text for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd just be like, you know what I mean? Hey, what do
You want
me
to
to tell
write a will?
Anything you want me to tell your girl? Just let me know. I'll make sure she gets the word about it. It's all good, brother. He looks like I don't know. He looks like Dollar Store Jared Leto here. So it's just let him go.
Oh yeah,
dude. I remember when I first started listening to when 30 Seconds to Mars had that big hit in 2004 or whatever. I loved that song because it was on Fuse MTV every single day. It wasn't The Kill, right? It wasn't until years and years and years later, like literally like 4 years ago, when I just like some YouTube's algorithm just pulled up The Kill live, and I was like, what the fuck is Jared Leto doing in the thumbnail of that? And then it hit me. I was like, holy shit. Like that's him. He's the singer of, 30 Seconds to Mars. So that just blew me away.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until a couple years ago either. And I was like, why didn't he just stay in 30 Seconds to Mars? Honestly, like, I don't dislike Jared Leto, but I feel like he gets cast in a lot of movies that aren't very good. And it's not necessarily his fault, but it's like, I don't know. He has really shitty luck. He really does.
He stays popular, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He stays in the mainstream. I think he's like almost like grandfathered in. Even if he did like 4 duds in a row, he'd still get good roles. Or not good roles. He'd still get big roles. It's like some guys seem like they're most invincible to, you're only as good as your last movie kind of thing.
Well, if that's the case for Jared, Morbius.
Yeah, I never even watch. I don't watch anything DC or Marvel. I have no
I had
interest
fun
in
with
any of
it.
it.
I had fun with it. It's a B movie action movie, like an action movie you would see in the early 2000s. Like, and I dug that about it. I did. The plot's kind of ridiculous there, but it's
I don't know
fun.
what people want from those movies anyway. I swear to God, like, didn't you see Shazam? Like, people are finally like, and look, the movie may be fun. Again, it's not for me. I'm not into superhero movies. That movie is probably fine by whatever the standards are of those movies. But dude, people are fine. I think people are finally just like, you know what? Like, I think I've had enough for a while. That movie tanked, didn't it? Like, it did
Oh
really
yeah,
bad.
yeah, it did horribly.
And then John Wick
Scream
4
Six.
came. Yeah, Scream 6, John Wick 4, people like John Wick 4. I got to see that. I need to go see that in the theater because I fucking love those movies. I'm telling you, that's some real shit. But like the people who want that, I think they're just burnt out. You know, how many superhero
Yeah.
movies can you watch? Like how many? I need to know. Like because like they keep fucking making them.
No,
They won't
yeah,
stop making them.
there's absolutely superhero fatigue, and honestly, I'm happy. Like I really am because it was getting to a point that they were all just so formulaic and nothing to like separate so many of them from each other. It was just like they were all the same.
And I read,
And at some point, I want
yeah,
movie theaters to have some fucking variety. I don't want to go to the movie theater and it's like, do you want to see this new Marvel movie or this new Marvel movie? It's like, no, I'm done. I'm done.
yeah. When I was walking out of the theater today, I saw they're making another Guardians of the Galaxy that
Yep, that's the
apparently is
last
coming out.
one.
And I don't even think Batista's doing it.
He's in it.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't see him on the poster. I was looking for him on the
yeah,
poster. Maybe he's got a smaller role. I don't know. Um,
yeah. I haven't seen any of those movies, so I wouldn't know. But I know he's in the movie because it's
um,
the last Guardians movie they're ever doing.
did you ever see that M. Night Shyamalan movie with him?
Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah,
No, I have not seen. I've come across it a few times on Peacock, and I still haven't watched it yet.
hated it.
M
Hate,
Night is still.
hated it.
He's so hit or miss for me. I can't bring myself to. I just can't.
Hated it. Did you see Old?
No, but I know the plot of Old, and I know the twist and everything, and it's
Hated
fucking
it.
stupid. Yeah,
Hated it.
so dumb.
I think Old is better than Knock at the Cabin. And I don't think it's nothing performance based. I just he's not. I don't even know how to word it. It's like there's no swing, there's no big swings in these movies. You know, there's no he's been dead the whole movie type thing. Or Knock at the Cabin was just painfully just bad to me. Though not performances. Batista can lead a movie. I love Batista. But I just man, I was like, this is not good enough for M. Night. The last time I really enjoyed one of his movies was probably The Visit, and oddly enough, a lot of people hated that movie. Which maybe I have weird taste. That's fine, but it's not cutting the mustard anymore. He needs to take some big swings. You know, he needs to go for it.
Yeah,
And like when you make a movie like Signs, that is arguably a movie that you know everybody can watch and say, "Oh my god, I felt so much emotion. Like I feel closer to my friends, my family. I was scared. This movie's got me thinking." Like that movie made people think about their life with all the is there such thing as coincidences? Like the dialogue is fucking outstanding in Signs. It's fucking outstanding. The whole speech where Mel is talking to Joaquin at night, right? And he's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"We are all alone out there. No one is watching us." And he's giving him the speech, and you almost think he's about to be like, God's there. And Mel, who obviously has fallen out of his religion after losing his wife, dude, it's so fucking incredible. And these new movies, in my opinion, for M. Night Shyamalan, they're just not good enough. They're not cutting it. So I really want him to go back to the drawing board and just take some big swings. He needs to take some big swing. I still think you should see it. That way you can just see it. But I did
I
not.
probably will,
Yeah. You're killing me, Nick. Usually I'm really bad about keeping up with all
dude.
this stuff.
Well,
I'm
yeah, I know.
I'm doing pretty good. I've been trying to keep up with a lot of stuff.
I I've gotten to a point. I don't know. I've gotten to a point in my life where I used to watch mostly everything new that came out, and now I'm more selective about it. Like, and I'm kind of the same way with what I buy. I used to blind buy movies. I really don't much anymore. I'm like, do I want to waste 2 hours of my life? Do I want to waste $20? You know, like it's kind of like, I don't know. Like,
You're a YouTuber though.
I am,
Probably
but
be
I'm
beneficial to watch more new stuff.
I watch a fair amount of new stuff. My thing was Knock at the Cabin didn't look at all like a horror movie to me. It didn't look I didn't even know what to make of it. Like I was just like,
That's why I was interested in it. I was like, what the fuck is this? Dude, I can't talk about it, obviously. You know, in the event that people listening don't want to hear anything about it, but it's just I don't know. I'm really bummed out with M Night lately. I hope he goes back to the drawing board and just knocks it out of the fucking park next time. He's a guy I'm always going to cheer for. Always going to cheer for him. He's made some outstanding films.
pretty sure he's working on a new one right now too.
Well, you know, I'm ready for it.
I want M Night to make a movie called What a Twist. I just want him to do that so bad.
I want to make a movie called This Movie Has Zero Twists in It. That's the name of the film.
Either or. Either or. Surprise us.
What was that shit coming out of her hand? It looked like little pebbles when she was in the sink.
Oh yeah. It looked like little leeches. Like,
oh god.
and it's yeah, it's from that bite, man. She's infected now, but with the fucking demon. Eric somehow, you know, hasn't bled out. He's Chad from Scream 6. You know, he can just keeps going.
Yeah, I get grossed out. Oh, fuck me. That is disgusting. This is like the evil hand, right?
Oh yeah. I am glad though that they did not try to do an Evil Dead 2 here. They're like, nope, we could never measure up to that. So we're not going to have this whole scene where she's fighting her hand. Thank God. Don't fucking do that.
Yeah, I mean, because you can't teach what Bruce did in Evil Dead 2. You can't teach that. That's.
Did you ever see Bravo's 100 Scariest Movie Moments?
Are you talking about
years and years ago?
No, because Shudder did one that was actually pretty good, but I don't recall Bravo's.
Bravo's was trash. They weren't bad with a lot of their movie choices, but some of the scene choices, like Evil Dead 2 was on the list, but it was the hand scene. I'm like, that scene's not scary. Like, you could have picked Linda stop motion dancing. You could have picked Henrietta in the cellar. Those are fucking creepy. The hand scene's not creepy. Like, it's more or less just like zany and over the top, but it's not scary.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a trash list.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's pretty trash. Cut that shit off, bitch.
She knew too, man. She's not dumb.
Oh, I love the 70s look of this appliance too, right? With like the mustard yellow and white.
Oh yeah. I honestly want to know.
That's a little too high. Don't cut off that high. You could at least keep an elbow, bitch.
Do you honestly think you could bring yourself to do this? Because I don't think I could.
Oh, let me tell you something, Nick. The second shit at least minutely started hitting the fan, I would have been on the side of the road like this already. You know, I'd have been like, somebody pick me up and get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but well, the problem is it's flooded. You can't go anywhere.
I can fucking swim. I can walk.
The demons will make sure you get hit by some debris or something in the fucking river, though, and die. They're not gonna let you get away.
You know how like when shit hits the fan, like people get ugly, right? It's not about hey, let's help each other. Like, dude, I got no problem admitting it. You know, unless it's my wife.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be. Fuck no, I wouldn't be sticking around for this either. I would do everything I could have to get. Oh, whoa, shit! The bridge is all flooded over. See you guys. I'm going swimming. Bye. Like,
I need to make a call. I ain't got signal in here.
Yeah. Like, I'm gone, motherfucker.
That's gone. Remember this the black guy in Scream 2, the cameraman? I love that he was like, Wes, I'm gonna be real, man. I'd be out. Well, how would you leave? I call a cab. And then he films it. That's why I love Wes Craven, dude. He was like, all right, fuck it. Let's just film that.
Yeah, and it's fucking true too, especially in this instance. I didn't read that book. No. Why should I have to get raped and murdered by demons? Like,
Yeah,
I
I'm out of
didn't
here.
read it. Yeah.
Oh, that shit's so funny to me.
They all Christian, they all should have just been like, "Eric, you read it. So why don't you stay here and we'll all go find help. We'll be back." Like, no, let them feast on him.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh man.
I'll tell you something. I'm loyal to my friends. But if one of my friends did some dumb shit like this and brought demons on us, sorry, they can have you. Like,
Man, you made your bed, lie in it.
yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, sounds like a you problem, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I got work tomorrow.
I will
Oh,
say in their
goodness.
defense, though, at least these things can be kind of killed, but not really because you're killing the host. So you're killing your friends. If you try to fight to stay alive, fighting means killing your friends.
Yes, that's true.
I don't know.
I don't know how this bastard stayed alive, man. He was on the brink.
They got him some sugar. He got his blood back. They did a blood transfusion. I don't fucking know. That's what I'm saying. He did. Surprisingly, Eric's not bled out yet. And it gets worse too. He gets like nails in his fucking arm and hand and shit, and he's still
Yeah.
alive. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy.
I do hope. I really like the tone of this movie, and I'm hoping that the new one is fairly similar. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you go the comedy route
Everything I've
anymore. I
read
think
from people that have no, everything I've read from people that have seen it says it's very much in line with this tone and this look too. But there is comedy in this movie. It's just really fucked up comedy. Like when
exactly
she's talking to
right.
David at the bottom of the steps and she says, "Come down here and let me suck your cock, pretty boy." Like I laugh when I hear that, but it's like a laugh like, "Oh my God, that's incest," and like just so messed up, but it's funny.
Right. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they did the comedy stuff already with Bruce back in the 80s and 90s, so it's like,
Yeah.
don't tread that again.
She got
So,
Pinhead over here. Fucking
oh god. I actually, you know how it'd be so convenient for me if I had a nail gun in my house. Like, I need one as a tool. Is she puppeteering her the way she was,
it,
you know?
kind of, yeah. I think it's to come across that way.
Oh god. It took you 5 nails to notice. It took you 5 nails to look at the nails coming through the couch and then back your head away from the couch. Come on, dog. Like, just kill this
Mm.
guy. Like, I'm sorry. You just nah, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, no, fuck it. You deserve to go, brother.
Yeah, he
Bad
brought them
decision.
on. Yes,
Too
he
many bad
does deserve
decisions.
it.
You go straight to hell.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the beginning of the movie, he's being a little whiny little bitch because David hasn't talked to him in a while. We used to be really close friends, David. You're such an asshole. I'm gonna read this book and bring demons upon all of us.
Yeah.
Like, who's really the shitty friend?
Yeah, you can reach out to him too, man. It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
Maybe you're an asshole he just didn't feel like talking to.
Mhm.
Yeah, I hope he's dead now.
Cool. Oh, he ain't dead yet, Christian.
Oh, I see him I see him
Yeah,
wagging
no,
back
yeah.
there behind the couch.
Oh, he's about to get his fucking head smashed in too, and he still doesn't die.
Look at that old TV
I
right there.
think that's here. Yeah, this is right. Yeah, that's right here. Oh fuck.
Oh, god damn.
That's what I'm saying. The pain in this movie, this shit's painful, dude.
It is.
And a lot of that's in the sound design. Mia's like, the fuck?
That shit's
Even
creepy
Mia
looking.
down in the cellar's like, how's this motherfucker still alive?
Yeah, this is good stuff. Oh man, oh man. I wonder what Rob's gonna do next movie-wise. I think he needs to do something kick-ass again, you know, like something original. He needs to do something real kick-ass again. He got the monsters out of his system. I get it. It's a childhood thing. But I think it's time to step up and,
Yeah, no, I was when I was talking to Justin about it last night, I said I want him to go back and do a movie like House of a Thousand Corpses. Like, give me a grindhouse, like batshit crazy movie.
Yeah, I'm excited to dip into this that box set that I just got. Looks pretty fun. And I'm excited to revisit this movie. It's just such a good fucking movie.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's so good. I don't think that they put. I think only the DVD back in the day has the Sid Haig. Like, if you don't
Yep.
pick one of these options, I'm gonna stick my boot up your ass. Like, that is
Mhm.
like I could sit there and just watch that menu screen. And I
Yeah.
think I have before. I think he has. Well, there's one point where he fucking leaves. He just walks
Yeah.
out of the.
Yep. I love I miss menu screens like that, interactive ones.
Yeah, that was like the heyday of DVDs, like 2001, 2, 3, 4, dude. You got the best menu. Like, they were like shit was moving on screen and stuff. And they've gotten pretty lazy now. Like, they actually do what I don't like. Let's say it's a movie I blind bought and I don't want to know anything about it. I'm so excited to watch it. A lot of times in the menu screens, they're showing clips of the movie, and I've got to hurry up and just hit a play because, like, I don't want to see anything. I actually don't like that. I hate clips from the movies playing while you got the menu screen on. I'd much prefer an image or something fun like that. Captain Spaulding talking that has nothing to do from the movie.
Sometimes now on these Blu-rays and 4Ks too, sometimes if you sit at the menu screen for a few minutes, it'll just start the movie. I've noticed that too. And I'm like, what the fuck? No, I didn't hit play. Like, sometimes I put it in. I'm like, all right, let me go get, something to drink. Let me like go take a piss. And it starts the movie. I'm like, what? No.
Yep. I have a few old DVDs that did that too. My Bloodsport DVD does the same thing. So if I watch that going to bed, that movie will I'll wake up in the middle of the night and it's playing. Yeah. I was like, who the fuck's in the room? Then I forget, oh shit, it auto plays it. I can kind of like that. Like, if you lost your remote, like, hey, just hang tight, it's just hang tight.
Watch this trailer version of the movie for like 5 minutes and then it'll start.
It's like, imagine you got like a date over or something. Like, you want to watch a movie or something. And you're like, yeah, let's watch a movie. And it's like, you sit down and she's like, you gonna hit play? And you're just like, just give it a minute.
Yeah.
Just give it a minute. It's gonna auto play.
Oh, and follow up. 2 months ago, I was telling you guys about this horrible movie that I blind bought at Walmart years and years ago. This low budget movie called Jack-o'-lantern. I fucking found it, Christian. I found it. Let me get it.
Go get it.
I'll show you guys. I found this shit. I don't know where it went, but I found it. Okay. Here she blows. Look at this artwork too, man. Honestly, the artwork is what got me. And now looking at it, I'm like, why? Jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, that looks terrible.
Oh, wait till you see the back.
Oh God. I mean, I'd watch it. I like perusing the Walmart like DVD horror section that you'll see, and it's those really shitty like Pet Graveyard. Like, that's like a legendary like DVD that people would see at Walmart, right?
Yep.
And it looks stock as fuck. It's like a fucking like cartoon cat like on a like it's just like it's like a Crayola. Oh, dude.
The shit's awesome.
That's obviously one of those titles. I remember Leprechaun's Game. There's a big one. And it's just this. Oh, it's terrible. It's fucking disgusting. It makes Leprechaun in the Hood look like fucking, the Green Mile.
Dude, I have found, and this is wild to me. It has shocked me. I found that a lot of people that like the Leprechaun movies like Leprechaun in the Hood. Like, a lot of them do. And I'm like, I can get with you for the first 45 minutes of that movie. It's really not that bad. And then it gets really fucking bad. Like, real bad, real quick.
I mean, 45 minutes is a good chunk of a movie, man.
Yeah, it's about half, but man.
You know what I mean?
And I'm not saying it's winning any awards in the first 45 minutes, though. I'm just saying, it's fine. I guess it's passable. And then it's just like The leprechaun thought y'all were chicks. Like, how?
Yeah, that I mean, I'm with you all the way, you know.
And then the fight at the end, that is so horribly edited and cut, and it's just like, oh man.
People keep going. I noticed like people keep going back to that episode we did too. It keeps growing in numbers. I'm just like, God damn, like, you know, talk about like a watch it now or don't care kind of episode, but apparently not. Every time I go and look at the like the playlist, I'm like, oh, how are we doing in this? How are we doing in this? I'm like, God damn, Leprechaun like went up 100 views in a week. Who's watching this? Somebody's watching that damn Leprechaun episode.
You can't keep a good
Still,
lep down, man.
you know what I
just
mean?
can't. Yeah. I'm actually gonna.
We're getting to my favorite part of this movie too. Like the image of her getting buried is something so carnal about that, you know. And God, being buried alive has got to be one of the scariest thoughts, right? Because
It's
like you,
my biggest fear, death wise.
yeah. Oh, dude. That's why I like in The Office when Dwight gets in the casket and just blows his grandma's or his aunt's head off while she's in the casket. We got to make sure she's dead. This is like a true tradition. And Oscar's like, oh fuck this, I'm out. Dude, he was unloading rounds on her head.
Yeah.
Rounds. And then what happened? Everybody like they don't even say nothing nice about her. They just say practical like facts about her. Like she lived to be 77, you know. She had a good credit score and she had 2
Yep.
trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody mention her land yet? Oh shit.
Dude, I'm actually going back right now through Uneeda episodes and just looking at the view totals. I think still the number one is Crystal Lake Memories with Piz.
Yeah, probably so. That's another one. I'll still get messages and people are like, "Hey, I just found the podcast. You know, I'm going through some of these episodes and this, you know, they said at Crystal Lake. Oh, it's so fun. You know, it gets me in a mood to watch the movies and, you know, oh shit, there she is. Damn. Hell of a scene. What is it about these basements with like flood, like 3 feet of water, like or 2 feet of water just flooded? It's just so fucking terrifying to me. I hate water, dude. Like the ocean, it's like I hate
Yeah,
the
but
ocean.
this is different water. This I hear you with this. This is that brown water. This is
Right.
that.
Because you can't see literally an inch into it. Like, what the fuck's down there?
Poop and pee and oh.
Oh, God.
Here
Oh,
comes Eric to the rescue.
God, he looks like shit. You almost have to, like, he's kind of winning me over, man. Like, he just won't die, you know? He just refuses. You know? He's kind of winning me
Yeah.
over now. Oh, here comes
Well,
the trank.
that's unfortunate because he's about to actually finally die, Christian.
Right,
So.
yeah, I figured. I knew he did. I knew he did. I just couldn't remember when and where. His time's coming.
Dude,
He
he's
won
got a
me over,
great
though.
name too in real life. His real name is Lou Taylor Pucci. Yeah, dude. That's fucking awesome.
Oh my God.
Just like there's a coach in the NFL. He's not a head coach. He's an offensive coordinator, Jim Bob Cooter. That's his real name.
Please say he's the coach for some Southern team like
He
the
was
Jaguars or something.
he was the offensive coordinator for years for the Detroit Lions, and now
Dude, the
Jim Bob
Lions suck.
Cooter. Jim Bob Cooter is the offensive coordinator of the Indianapolis Colts.
I'll be
He's
damned.
actually not that old. Holy shit.
Jim Bob
84.
Cooter?
He's only 38.
God
Oh
bless Jim Bob
man.
Cooter, dude.
Dad's name is Lance Cooter.
It's nice to
His
hear you
mom,
say that 38 is not old, you know.
it's not. His mom's name is Ellen Cooter.
This is the scene, dude. This shit fucks with me.
Oh yeah. And no, there's an image from this movie that has always been burned into my mind. And it's the first time after he hears her talk and he goes or like looks back and she's like laying there with her eyes wide open talking to him like, why do you hate me, David? That image of
That's
her
it.
face is fucked up, man. Oh, it's coming.
Oh, fuck.
Dude,
that fucks with me so hard.
that shit is creepy.
Oh, Jesus, man. People, if you're watching, you know.
Oh, you know.
And the way they set it up, too, with him shoveling, going
I
back.
do love, though, with David, where he's just kind of like, with everybody else, I'll cut your limbs off. We'll shoot you. I don't care. But Mia, I can't blow her up. I want her to come back. Like,
Right.
everybody else, we don't give a fuck.
I tell you what, though, this movie's really got me excited for the new Evil Dead now. You know, like I'm reminded how good these movies are. So I hope they have this
Yeah.
moment in the new one. You know what I mean? Like,
Finally changed my background from Scream 6 to a fan-made poster for Evil Dead Rise.
there you go.
It's a sick poster. It's a creepy duck art. That guy that does those like
Creepy Duck.
high res.
Yeah.
Yep.
What is my artwork? Oh, look at that. Freddy's dead.
It's been that for a while.
I think it's been that for like a year.
Yeah.
I don't change that often, man. Because I
I
try
do.
not to, because there'll be days where like I want to change my wallpaper like 7 times a day until I get the right one that gives me the I'm finally set. But I finally was like, stop fucking worrying about it, Christian. Leave your goddamn phone alone. You know? Oh, Jesus Christ.
No,
Yeah,
that's extra too. That dialogue that's only in the unrated cut.
Yeah. Hurry up, Barry or Barry. I'd be shoveling like a world champ.
Oh yeah.
I'd be pushing the shit in.
Yeah. I mean, I've dug a grave for an animal and that shit takes a lot out of you. I can't imagine digging a grave for a human.
Oh yeah. Dude, yeah, I got, not to sound morbid, but just when I lost my Boston Terrier a while back, a month and some change ago, taking that walk in the backyard to bury that hole actually took me some time, right? Because you don't want the animal to be surface level, obviously. You want to get some depth in there, and I was worn out.
Yeah.
I was
And just
worn out, man.
imagine, before bulldozers and shit, that graves were dug by hand.
Look
Jesus.
look at that soil though. It looks like it's like pretty not I don't know thin, but it looks soft enough where you can cut through it pretty easily. Like
Yeah.
my shit had tree roots and everything. Oh, he's about to jump this bitch.
Oh,
Jumper.
fuck yeah, it is.
Bzzz. Clear. Oh god. Dude, don't stab me in the fucking sternum like that with anything. Just fucking
Oh, God, no.
put the positive and negative things on my titties.
Yeah.
That's enough to circulate the
For real.
you know?
Like, what if she wakes up and she's like, "Oh, god damn, like,
You motherfucker.
my fucking chest." Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing, like, speaking of sternums, like, yeah, sternum stuff, I'm not that stuff I'm weird about, but I'm also weird about I hope I never for any reason have to get a spinal tap because I've heard they're excruciatingly painful.
Oh.
Yeah. Fuck that. Needle in your spine. Ugh.
I'll be a son of a bitch, man.
There
Where'd they
there's
film this
Mia.
movie?
This was filmed in, it was in another country.
I was gonna say the woods are very. I can't get you can kind of get a grasp on if it's southern or northern woods. Like I
Yeah,
couldn't get
New Zealand.
New
I knew it.
Zealand,
Yeah.
New Zealand. Yeah, the trees and I couldn't get a grasp on the geography that well. Because I can tell, like when you watch the Friday the 13th movies, you can tell which ones is the southern woods. Like 6 and 7, I think they were Georgia. Because I know the way those woods look. And this one, I was like, where the fuck did they film this? I can't figure it out.
Yep.
Oh, there she is. Oh man, we're not done yet though.
No, we're not done. They're not finished with you yet, buddy. Because we're gonna get one of the coolest fucking climaxes in this entire series with the abomination from hell and raining blood.
Excuse me.
That shit is so gnarly.
Get them boots on, girl. Boots are made for walking.
That's right.
Wouldn't it be funny if she went back to drugs after all this?
Like, dude, how the fuck? How's she gonna deal with the fallout from all this? Like, for real. Because by the time this movie's over, all of their friends and her brother are dead.
Like, the psychiatrist listens to her story. He's the one laying on the couch.
It's like Scream 6 when Sam was talking to her psychiatrist and he's like, yeah, I'm not qualified for this shit, bro.
Yeah. Like, no thanks. Oh, not my boy. You rat motherfucker.
Right in the jugular, man. No chance of survival. You're done for.
Dude, what happened to my Texas Chainsaw movies? We were supposed to be getting more. I kept hearing about it for months and months, and maybe it was all bullshit, right? Maybe it was just people talking and just trying to get clicks on Twitter or whatnot. I want more of them goddamn Texas Chainsaw movies. Where are they at?
Yeah, I think it was people just asking people that were involved at conventions and them saying like, yeah, we'd love to do it. Like, yeah, we're talking about it, but yeah, I've never heard anything.
Because I love the ending of it, dude, right? After the credits where you see him walk to the house.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. Maybe something happened after the original and they went into the story, you know. Obviously this movie was a sequel to the original, of course, but it's like, oh shit. So this they were actually at the house and everything. And it's like, where are we going with this? Mm-hmm. And you know, maybe it's the Texas Chainsaw curse, right? Maybe, of course, we're not going to get any more.
No, right? We just don't. We never do. We never do. They always, like, years later, they're like, soft reboot. It's like, God damn it.
Oh man. Oh well.
And they tried to do it with the remake. But the remake was so successful, they were like, well, shit, by the end of that movie, Leatherface had one arm. Like, all right, we'll do a prequel. Because they wanted to continue that universe because it did so well.
Right. Oh well, what can you do? The video game comes out this year, which I'm excited about. I just started playing Evil Dead. I know you've already burned yourself on that, but I'm enjoying that. I really fell in love with this game called The Quarry. I'm sure you've at least seen it, right? Really fun game.
I don't know.
It's a slasher game. Ted Raimi's in it. Lynn Shay is in it. It's like a cabin. You're a couple kids that are staying at a cabin. Who else is in it? Dewey's in it.
David Arquette?
David Arquette's in it. Yeah, it's really it's a horror fans game, but it's really good. And you make decisions for your characters and it changes the story. There's a bunch of different things you can do and change the outcomes and scenarios. So I can play it again and do totally different outcomes. But it was really, really fun.
See, I don't understand why that scene got cut out of the theatrical cut. Because it pisses me off because it confused a lot of people, and I've heard people literally mention it in their reviews. So I know it's not just me. It confused people the first time they watched this. The idea was that from the book, it has to get 5 victims to bring the abomination from hell. Well, in the theatrical cut, you don't see David burning in there and then opening his eyes turned as a dead. So a lot of people were like, well, technically it only got 4 because David never turned. But no, in the unrated, as you can see, he does turn right before he dies, which then makes sense that the abomination comes up out of the ground. And it wasn't any gorier. Like, nothing happened in there. It was just fire. Like, I don't know why they cut it out. I just don't
get it. Good question. I have no idea.
But this abomination's fucking sick.
Yeah, you better get in that goddamn Jeep. Look at the rain and blood, man. Dig it in. Yeah.
Sorry, Slayer fans.
There's some stuff I like. South of Heaven, I love that song, but some of it just sounds terrible to me.
It's just fucking chugging and yeah.
I gotta have some. I screw me. I'm a fan of melody, you know.
Yeah.
So Slayer's not really big on melody.
No, they're not. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm not crawling into this fucking hole.
Yeah, you are.
Like,
What choice
I
you got?
mean, true, but oh, this shit creeped me the fuck out the first time I saw this movie too. Right here. Mia.
Oh god, that shit's freaky as fuck.
Dude, it is. And I'm just picturing myself being in Mia's shoes. I'd be shitting. As I'm crawling, there'd be shit coming out. I'd
Oh,
be
as a weapon.
shitting myself. Oh yeah. As a weapon. Yeah,
As a
that's right.
deterrent.
Yeah. Yeah, crawl through my shit, deadite. Like, yeah, I mean,
Oh man.
oh, this machete. God, what happens to her with this machete through the wall? Oh, do you remember?
You know what? I'm vague on this.
Oh,
I
just
watch this
wait.
movie about once a year, but I don't know. I'm never good at remembering. Oh,
Ooh,
there's the
just
gas.
wait.
Look, I know you love how the gas just
Yeah.
bitch, you wasting gas. Like, slow down.
I know.
You waste. Oh shit. No, fuck. What a hell of a scene.
Oh, just wait for the fucking machete. What? Oh God, it
Oh, this is what.
fucking
Oh, the crawl space. Not a crawl space, but between the two walls. This is what I remember giving me like anxiety in the theater.
yeah.
This I remember.
God, Jane Levy's such a badass.
Oh, she's such a good actress here. I mean, she
I
was.
know.
Nobody would have done a better job. Nobody.
Oh fuck, man.
Ah!
Oh, and they did it slow. Like, oh no. Ooh. She
Oh,
said, "Fuck it,
Jesus.
I'm busting the wall out."
Oh, dude, I would have been fucking throwing my head through the wall. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
God damn. Look at the shot. Oh, look at that thing.
I really wish we would have gotten another Fede Alvarez Evil Dead movie. I wish we would have gotten a sequel to this movie so bad.
Well, what's his next project? Do we know? Like, I'm always
Alien.
interested in seeing
He's
what
doing he's filming a new Alien movie right now.
what is it though? Is it a sequel to
I don't know. I'd have to Google it, but the working title is called Alien Romulus.
and it's Ridley Scott's
Yeah, it's
Alien type.
xenomorphs. Yeah, yep.
Okay. Oh god.
That was a heady play by her though. She was like, "Oh, let me fucking."
Oh, he's lifting a car.
Oh. No.
Ow, ow, ow.
But this is the type of shit that, oh fuck, man.
Could you
This is
have
the
the strength to rip your hand off like that? That's what I want to know.
I think as human beings with our fight or flight response, I do think with the adrenaline we could force ourselves to do that. If we knew that if we didn't we were dead, I do think we could. But I love this fucking line when she's just like, fuck this. And oh, it's so badass.
Dude, the entity is I like that overhead shot. That's the best right there.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I've had enough of this shit. Yeah, that's what it is. Ugh.
Oh.
God damn.
Oh man.
You know they had to give her the ash treatment. They had to do it.
Come on. Kill it.
I'll feast on your soul.
This is
But this is what
shit.
Jane was talking about. You can see her breath. This was at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's good shit. Oh, look at that. That's a hell of a shot.
I just don't know how you can't like this movie. I really don't. Like, I just don't.
Oh, that's insane. Yeah. Oh, it's a great film, you know. It's a horror fans' haven. It's It's got everything you need in it.
Yeah, but
Oh,
no,
that's awesome.
she said that like she was really crawling through mud and through tunnels and all that shit, freezing cold, soaked. Yeah, and she was like, I just don't want to do that again. But I
Look
don't
at
know.
this. Look at this.
It's fucking incredible.
That is amazing.
And then, boop. Oh, it didn't stop yet? Oh, the rain stopped right when the demon went down.
There it is. Boom. I'll
Yep.
be a son of a bitch. Yeah, that's a great climax. Great climax. Yeah, I just
You know
remember
that,
by that point the movie had won me over, right, in the theater, because
yeah,
I went in arms crossed, like fuck this, you know,
that's the best too. That is the best to go into a movie like that and just get
get your
blown
ass kicked.
away.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's how I was with Halloween Ends, man. I talked about it openly. I was like, I'm really not looking forward to this. And I was like, well, I'll be a son of a bitch. Like, so maybe I should just do that more often. Just expect to hate movies.
I don't know. With this, but this one, like, it's the opposite now. It's like, how is the next one gonna be bad? You know, look what they already they did it.
They
They,
take 10 years in between movies. You know, they got plenty of time to make them good.
you know, then they
Now,
pull it
there's
from
an,
theaters, go to streaming, and then they were like, no, this is way too good. Let's go back to theaters. You know.
there's an ending, there's an added sequence here in this unrated cut. And like I said, I haven't watched the unrated cut in years. So I'm looking forward to seeing this because I haven't watched it in a while. It was supposed, you saw, what was it, last year or maybe 2 years ago when Fede Alvarez released the original ending for this movie on Twitter, right?
Remind me, I did, but again,
It was it was right after the climax. The cabin door opens and it's the entity, and it goes at Mia and like hits her to take her up in the air, just like it did to Ash at the end of the first one.
okay. I remember not
And
being that thrilled by it.
no, I wasn't either. And basically, what Fede Alvarez said was, we decided, one, it was cribbing a little bit too much on the first movie, and two, Mia had been through enough at this point. So it was kind of like, look, we don't need to do that to her. She literally just ripped her own fucking hand off, and like, she's been through enough at this point.
Right. Yeah, I think they did the right thing.
Yeah.
I remember when I just remember seeing it being like, okay, yeah, I'm not really in love with this.
I like this credit sequence though.
Yeah, it's crazy shit. This movie should have been 3D.
Oh, by the way, I'll tell you this. I haven't. They've released like 4 clips for Evil Dead Rise over the past few days. I haven't watched one of them. I'm not watching any of it. I know I want to see the movie, so I'm not watching any of the clips that are coming out. But I've heard from every spoiler-free review I've watched or read, people keep saying that the chainsaw sequence in the Evil Dead Rise is fucking badass. Like, it's
Oh, I bet it
obviously
is.
it's obligatory. You got to have the chainsaw, but does it seem derivative? Apparently, no. Apparently, it's done pretty fucking well. So, okay, is this the scene, or is this Bruce? No, Bruce. Yeah, Bruce is at the very, very end.
Yeah, we may as well watch it. We're here. Oh, oh! Think about her knees hitting the concrete like that.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's pretty painful to think about.
She had to have been wearing knee pads or something.
Oh, had to have. Here we go.
She got a fucking stump.
Oh man. Imagine if like the sequel was this movie starting right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the first part of the second movie.
And I think it was supposed to be like a sequel tease, but they didn't. That's why they didn't keep it in, because they didn't know if they were going to get a sequel, I
Right.
think. And so, it's like, oh, well, we don't want to, because I do hate when movies do that. Do not tell me at the end I'm going to get a sequel that I never get.
Whoa.
Like,
Shane Dawson, stunt coordinator? Must be a coincidence.
right? Was that who you saw as the stunt coordinator?
It said
Turned
Shane
it off.
Dawson. There's no way it's the YouTuber.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Shane Dawson?
Yes, I know the YouTuber. I don't think that it's the same. No, it's not the same.
That's wild.
No. Yeah. I don't know, Christian. Is this the Shane Dawson you're thinking of? Because that's the stunt coordinator.
That is not the Shane Dawson I'm thinking of. No.
Yeah.
I'll be a son of a bitch.
Oh, man. But yeah, guys, look.
That was fun.
Evil Dead 2013 fucking rules. And it's gotten to a point in my life where I feel like we as horror fans have to come together on certain movies and just accept that they are either this or they're that. And I just don't think there could be any discourse for 2013. It just fucking rules. And that's just kind of where we're at with it. I don't know next week, based off of like schedule and whatnot. Are you seeing Evil Dead Rise Thursday?
I might. I get off work at 7, so if the movie starts at 7:15, I'll try to make it there. So
okay. Because I just didn't know if you wanted to do, next week's episode. I don't think we'll do like a watch along, because I do think next week's episode we'll try to plan it to where we have seen Evil Dead Rise. So we'll probably talk a lot about that and just, but
we can make the next episode.
Yeah.
If we want to do something live, if we want to do something, if you want to go live next weekend, we can go live Saturday night and give people a little bit more time to see the movie. They can go Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, and we can do a live show Saturday night, talk about Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Also, Christian and I need to get like a day planned, and we already told you guys they're not the patron exclusive 1 episode per month thing that we're gonna do. It's not gonna be like 2-hour episodes. It's probably more gonna be like 45 minutes to an hour, but I want to knock that out next week too. And when we know what day and what time we're going to do it, we'll let you know, because Christian wants to do it like an unlisted live stream on our Patreons, so you guys can come in and literally ask us questions. And just I have to reiterate this again. We were asked by people specifically to do this style of show, so come with your uncomfortable, come with material that we wouldn't talk about on here. Like I just don't want people to come in and be like, what do you think of Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not hating on that, but like we're trying to give what you guys, what a lot of you had asked for. So we want it to feel separate. And so once we have a day and a time for that, we'll let you guys know. That way you can plan ahead so you can be a part of it.
Cool. I mean, I'm off work. I'm off work Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Those are easy days. We could figure that out. Here's Bruce.
Either one of those works for me.
Okay, yeah, we'll make that happen. And guys, plan on not this weekend, but next weekend we'll do a live show. We'll go live again for Uneeda Saturday night. Everybody should have time to have seen Evil Dead. But I personally want to tell people, go see Renfield. That movie was fucking amazing. I loved it so much. Nick's not going to go see it, but everybody else, please go see it.
It's might. Really good. I said on my live stream last night. I'm waiting till some of my friends see it to tell me what they think, and if I hear enough good things, I'll probably catch it like a matinee or next week, after work one day. But I also said in my live stream, I'm letting everyone know right now, Christian's going to love this movie no matter what, because it's Nick Cage's Dracula.
It was so good. He was
When you
so
posted
fucking
your,
good.
like, Instagram review quick thing on your story, I was like, "I knew it." Like, he just, like, I knew you wouldn't let yourself not like it.
It's not even like, here's the truth. It is spoiler free. Movie's an hour and 20, 25 minutes. It's funny. There's a lot of fucking badass gore. There's makeup effects for Nick Cage that I wasn't expecting. That actually was like, holy fuck, this looks like some Tom Savini shit. This is insane. And it's beautiful with colors. It's like the Munsters, but way more palatable, and it
And
actually
that
boosted the scenes. So I hate 5-star reviews. I literally have 0 to complain about. It's a 5-star movie to me. 5 stars, perfect 5 stars. Not even. It's so fucking tight, funny, suspenseful, and entertaining. It's a 5-star movie. It's that fucking good.
So, what's Evil Dead 2013?
5 stars. What would I complain about with this movie? I don't think
Right,
you can.
that's the right answer. I just wanted to make sure that
Yeah.
you were going there. I mean, would you give all 4 Evil Dead movies up to this point 5? Because I honestly
Yes.
mm,
Absolutely.
Evil Dead Rise has a high bar, high
But
bar.
it should, right? I mean, we should
Yeah.
expect quality. So, I mean, we really should. I mean, I think
It's
every
got a
Evil Dead movie.
94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Right.
A
I mean,
94.
I think every Evil Dead movie completely succeeds with what it's doing. I mean, they're so identifiable. Each one has its own flavor, and they've already come over the hurdle of not having Bruce with 13, proved everybody wrong. And so they're taking another risk with this one. It's got kids in it now. It's like, here's a new element. So, and as long as Sam is involved, and he's really involved, not John Carpenter involved, but really involved, you damn right it should be good. You're damn right we should expect greatness. So, yeah,
I'm stoked.
I don't see this one being any different.
I'm
But
stoked, man.
Renfield is amazing. People, please go see this movie. I can't fucking wait to own it on 4K, which I pray it
Well,
gets a 4K.
that gives me that. I mean, knowing that it isn't very long, and that I mean, yeah, I'll probably definitely catch it next week
N-
sometime because
Nicholas Holt was
shorter.
great too.
I like him, so yeah.
So good.
But guys, check. So now you got homework over the next week or so before our next episode. Check out Renfield. Check out Evil Dead Rise next weekend. And next Saturday night we'll be live. We'll talk about Evil Dead Rise, and maybe if one of our buddies, gets around to watching it too, maybe we'll see if anybody else wants to join us on that show,
Sure.
to
Sure.
talk about it. Specifically, I'm calling you out, Brandon. But
He
yeah,
he
well,
doesn't, dude, he's as bad as you. He doesn't fucking watch anything. It took him
what are
2
you?
years to see X.
I don't. That's don't ever categorize me as Brandon.
Well, you're getting bad, Nick. You're getting there.
No. I
You're
just
not as
haven't.
bad as Brandon.
I haven't seen Knock at the Cabin, and I didn't go see Renfield opening night because I said it on my stream. I wanted to wait till you and a couple other people saw it, and I wanted to hear about it first.
No,
I
I'm fucking
didn't.
with you. You didn't see Megan though. I was the bitch that went and saw
That
Megan.
Yes, but admittedly, you waited weeks to see it, and you and I both felt the same way about it. I just was like, I don't care. Like
Yeah. I didn't buy it. I know it got an unrated and it's on Peacock, but like seriously, I just don't care. I saw enough. Nothing's gonna change my mind. It's totally fine, but you watch it once and you move on with life.
and it's getting a fucking sequel.
Oh. Now I'll tell you,
Yep.
I really am gonna not see the sequel. Unless enough people bug me, I'm not gonna go see it.
You know they will. They did with the first one.
You
I
know,
still get shit about it. I still get shit about
yeah.
having not seen it.
I asked Sydney if she wanted to go see it. She's like, "No, I'm not interested." And then when it was on Peacock, I was like, "You want to watch it just for you to see it? Just don't. I don't need to be with you." She's like, "I'm just not interested."
Yeah, neither am I. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It just doesn't look like my kind of movie. Like it just doesn't. And then when Christian went and saw it, and a lot of times with these bigger releases, especially in recent years, we have pretty similar opinions and we look for pretty similar things in a lot of these mainstream movies that come out now.
Right.
So when we were feeling the same way going into it, and he saw it and told me exactly how I felt like I was going to feel about it. Like, I was like, that's what I worried about too. Like, it was just going to be like, fine, you'll forget
Yeah.
about it in a day. Like, yeah,
No, you can skip Megan. You really can. You don't.
I'm
need to
sure
see
I'll
it.
get around to watching it at some point just so I can say I saw it. But
And hey,
yeah,
Kevin Bacon's and Maxine. I that's pretty cool.
dude, yeah, I'm so fucking pumped for that movie. That movie, I'm telling you guys right now, that'll be on my list of top 10 horror movies of the decade by the time this decade is done. I don't even think I'm exaggerating. I really do think Maxine will be on that list. I'm fucking stoked.
I've got to go pick up Infinity Pool. I got to see that. I'm excited to see Infinity Pool. I know a lot of people told me that was really crazy body horror shit, which I like for the most part. Other than that, I'm not sure what else I'm looking forward to.
Well, let's leave them in suspense. We'll
Short term.
pick it up. We'll pick it up next week.
Pick it up next week. Patron live coming soon, probably this
It'll be
week.
Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever. But we'll let you know as soon as we know.
Yep. So, guys, as always, this has been another episode. I think this is 94, episode 94 of the New Horror Podcast. Clocking in at 100 soon. Thank you guys for watching. As always, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys next time.